What's up, guys? It is Tim here for another episode of By the Numbers. We are going to again be breaking down properties strictly and objectively by the numbers to see whether or not they are a good investment. If you are tuning in for the very first time, welcome to By the Numbers, the series that breaks down investment properties objectively to help you make informed decisions. My name is Tim Pettigrew. I'm a full-time realtor here in the city of Pittsburgh. In each episode, we will be analyzing the numbers and key factors that go into evaluating a potential investment property. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, our goal is to provide you with valuable insights and help make the most of your real estate investment. So let's dive in and see what we can pull up today. So I did already find one that kind of caught my eye earlier, and I'm going to go off script a little bit here because the last 3 or 4, how many episodes in I am now, I've been doing multifamily properties. So I might veer off the path a little bit and take a look at a single family. And there was one that caught my eye on the MLS, multiple listing service, for those of you that don't know what that is. But anyways, let us see. Let me see. I'm not going to change that right now. So this one stuck out to me. I kind of like this because, one, it's in Dormont. Dormont's a very great area. It's a really cool area. It's not expensive like inner city, like downtown, outskirts of downtown. It's not as expensive. You still have that like Mount Lebo kind of vibe a little bit. You know, you have some restaurants and bars that are walkable depending on where you live in Dormont. But so this property, 2849 Vocal Avenue, just to kind of give you some perspective as to where it's at and maybe give you some insights. I use this resource all of the time, literally all of the time. So check this out. If you're ever searching for property, you want to see what the surrounding homes look like. It's not always accurate, but it's a good place to start and kind of see. So 2849 Vocal. Vocal. All right, so just to kind of give you guys some perspective, I don't know why this is like twitching or tweaking out here. So let us see. So the property is right down here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what that road is off the top of my head, but I think Liberty is right here. Yeah, so the public library is on the right hand side. So this would be heading out towards Lebo, this direction. So downtown. Man, I don't know why this is loading so slow. It's going to drive me nuts. Hopefully it doesn't do this the entire video. Or entire stream, I should say. So this is West Liberty Avenue. Vocal Avenue is over here. So the library, just for some perspective, excuse me, was over that direction. There are, let me think where the bar's at. Where the bar's at over here. I actually get my hair cut somewhere over here. I'm going to try zooming in here. I'm pretty sure they're right here, but don't quote me on that. I've been here numerous times. I'm just trying to get a perspective from a bird's eye view. All right, so let's roll in. Okay, so no, I think this is the correct street. Yeah, because okay, yep. Yeah, so there's a few restaurants over here. Restaurants. This is West Liberty Avenue all the way down here. Yeah, Moonlit Burgers right there. I've heard that's good. I've never personally been there. Doorstop Restaurant. So you have like that Lebo. So for those of you that have been to Mount Lebanon, I'll do a video on this. I'm trying to broaden my reach with my YouTube channel. So I'm going to kind of do a video on Dormont. I'd like to do a video on Lebo, Upper St. Clair. Upper St. Clair's getting out of there, getting a little bit further out there, but just to kind of give perspective on what it's like to live in those areas. But this has that Lebo vibe. Where I was going with this is if you've been to Mount Lebanon before, basically it's all walkable. So you have the main strip on both sides. You have restaurants here, restaurants here. You have like Minio's Pizza up there. There's a Sesame Inn, Little Tokyo, the Saloon. You have all these restaurants side by side. It's like a one direction, not one direction. How do I want to word this? It's just very centralized, and it has all the stuff you'd want, like boutiques and stuff, in one location. Dormont's a minier version of that, but essentially it's more affordable. Is what I'm getting to there. All right, but I got too far off track on that one. So this one's 2849 Vocal Avenue, $295 sale price. We will assume, I'm going to close out Google Earth because it's just taking up a lot of space here. All right, so 295. Oh, I think I just put in 2.95 million. I did. Save that. All right, so let's look here. So taxes are $67.45. We're going to assume that the landlord does not pay utilities. Man, I keep doing this numerous times. I have to make a copy of this spreadsheet. All right, we'll get back to it. So 2849 Vocal Avenue. Man, this is killing me. This internet sucks right now. So 295. Taxes $67.45. We'll assume 2,000 insurance. So they were getting $1,900 a month for this. Yeah, so this is part of a portfolio of 11 properties. So $1,900 monthly, no utilities included. it's it's a little confusing that this agent has that in there, because I don't know what that means. Does that mean that it's not included in rent, or the landlord, like I don't understand who pays for that. We're going to assume that the tenants pay for it for this. This is about 2,600 square feet. Front porch needs a little bit of work, but it looks like it's been renovated somewhat recently. Some flooring needs to be taken care of. Deck maybe needs some attention, but overall it looks like new carpet, new paint. Everything's in good shape. So I mean, this looks like a pretty solid house. So 6745 in taxes, 1900. Let's pull up the calculator. 1900 times 12. Times 12. That gives us a 22,800. So it gives 1,900 in rental income. Get rid of this. We're going to assume that there is no utilities that we need to worry about. 6.5% purchase, or 6.5% interest rate, 20% down payment. So all in, we're going to be $66,080. Closing costs around $7,000. Down payment of $59,000. All right, so let's look at the numbers here. So first year, we're scheduled to have $22,800. We're going to allow for some vacancy here. For those of you that have been paying attention to these, we put in vacancy allowances when we're running our numbers to basically plan for some downtime between, turnover between tenants. So when someone's moving out and another tenant comes in, it's usually not like a same day kind of thing. So we're going to allow some margin there. So 3% of whatever the gross is. Could be more, could be less. I don't know. We'll see. But for this case, we'll use 3%. Property taxes, insurance, $2,000. These are all our assumptions. Property management, again, we're going to assume we want to be hands-off with this property. We don't want to self-manage it. Maybe you do. You're going to save some money. But for some of my larger investors, they have a complete hands-off approach. Their property management comes in, takes care of everything. And I think it'd be fun to do in one of these episodes to bring in a property manager, maybe not do an episode of, maybe we tie it in with breaking down the numbers, but do an episode where we have a property manager come in and we talk about what is property management, how much roughly does it cost, what should you be concerned about, what should you be looking for in a property manager, things of that nature. I think that would be a really cool video to do. But for the sake of this, we are going to assume that we have a property management company involved. So year one, if based off of a $295,000 purchase price, let me just make sure my other assumptions are in check. 6745. Taxes are killer over there right now. All right, so we're losing money. This isn't by the numbers right off. Not very attractive, unless you want to lose money for 20 years straight. You can see you're losing like $600-700 a month alone, year one, and you don't start making money for like 20 years. That's not encouraging for this. So this is going to be an example of not a great investment. Let me just go over my numbers one more time. Maybe we play around with the numbers on this a little bit. Why don't we do this? Let's hack off $50,000 from the sale price or the purchase price. So was that 245? It's 2.45 million. We don't want that. Oh, that was 245,000. We're gonna say, let's just say it's worth 250. It appraises at 250. Yeah, the numbers probably aren't going to change all too much at that. Yeah, you're still not. Yeah, you're still losing money. Realistically, you're not cash flowing any money until you're not getting a return on your investment until year 3. So that's not great. Let's hack off another 30 grand because I think this property may be overpriced. Someone, I don't know, someone might pay that for it. I don't think they're going to be renting it out for that much. Is my math off? 1900, 2000? Yeah, that's the gross annual is right on that. Let's just, for the sake of this, I'm going to change it up here. We're going to say we don't have a property manager involved in this, just to kind of see what the numbers look like on this. Yeah, I mean, you're still not getting a return until year 3. Or probably year 3. So this is an example of something that may not be a great investment if you're someone looking to buy an investment property. Let's say we buy 225. I mean, the reality of the situation is this seller is probably not going to take $225,000 on a $300,000 list price. This is where list to sale price ratios, we track this to see what the market average is. And I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but basically how much someone pays for it versus how much someone's asking for it. What that final sale price is will be able to give us the information we need to calculate the list to sale price ratio, which is just kind of helpful to get a gauge for what people are taking on average versus what they're asking for. So let me back up here. So no property management whatsoever with this. We're just trying to play with the numbers just to see where it would make sense for us to potentially buy this property. The killers are property management. That takes 10% over top. Your taxes are killer here. That's gonna ruin your numbers. So this is where the numbers could work at 225. Again, this is a hypothetical situation, incredibly unlikely. I'll be the first to tell you that if you came to me and said, "Hey, I want to offer 225 on this basically $300,000 sale price property," I'm going to tell you it's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. We're just wasting everyone's time there. But hypothetically, let's say we play around with the numbers a little bit. When does it make sense? 225. Let's even say 235. Let's bump the numbers up. Again, we're going to assume that maybe it appraises at 250. Yeah, so we're still losing money year 1, year 2, but we're going to get a return on our investment in year 2. Yeah, these numbers, it doesn't look terrible. Again, real estate's about the long game, so we're losing money first few years, but we're getting a return on our investment with equity and rent. I still don't like it at 235, honestly. So let's just bump it back to 225. Yeah, I still don't like that. Yeah, so this doesn't look as bad at 225. I mean, you're still, the fact is that you're not, if we're buying, we want a cap rate of somewhere between 8 and 10%. If it's a more desirable area, more stable, there's more stability, maybe we would go for a lower cap rate, but I know a lot of investors like to aim for 8 to 10% cap rate, and that's just basically our net operating income should be 10% of the overall property value. So in this scenario, 225 for Vocal, not bad. Again, this is an extremely hypothetical situation. It's unlikely to ever work, but the importance of these videos is just to kind of work through this from a numbers perspective, because I'm not going to waste my time and go out and look at a property unless I get a rough idea of the numbers. If I'm an investor, I want to know what the numbers are before I even schedule any time with my agent to go out there and look at a property. So at 225, this could work. Obviously, the lower the better, but overall, I'm going to grade this one as not a great investment. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. So catch you on the flip side.